It's time for us to stop being scared. It's time for us to switch to the mindset that we could go in week 2 and beat this team. That we could go in and dominate this team. That we could go in and show them that last week, yes, we did mess up, but we will go and prove everybody wrong this Sunday against the Ravens. Now, I would be saying that if we weren't playing the Baltimore Ravens. Honestly, guys, this is going to be a tough game we got going on here. But I'm going to let you know how the Houston Texans could definitely pull out a W. We're going to discuss it next. Let's cue the intro.
It's the city of the dream team. Hakeem, Turing, Beyonce, yeah, me. And I remember hot summer, hot winter. I couldn't fight, so the block.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 713 Houston Sports. It's Mr. 713. Once again, guys, if you want to be in a Twitter group chat, it's called 713 Family. I consider you guys all my family. If you want to be a part of it, feel free to please drop your Twitter below. I've added a bunch of already. I added, I think, 8 or 9 in the past couple days. Yeah, I mean, we talk football, we talk about live WWE movies, so, that's just the way I want to interact with you guys. But, going on, guys, the Houston Texans are facing the Baltimore Ravens, and I said it yesterday, I think it is a must-win game. I think you have no choice but to go there and try to win and try to beat these Baltimore Ravens and try to prove to not only the NFL, but to yourself that you know what you're doing. And it's not going to be easy. You're going against the MVP quarterback of the league last year. You're going against a very good coach in Mr. Harbaugh. All around the Baltimore Ravens, you have decent wide receivers, very great tight ends, a suspect offensive line, an unknown rookie running back, and maybe that's going to play into our part, this game. Because, like I said, the Baltimore Ravens, offensive line is not good. You could get to them. They do have weapons, right? They do have Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, the other tight end, I'm forgetting his name. But you know what the Houston Texans did last week is they stopped Travis Kelce, they stopped Tyreek Hill, and if they happen to do that again against the Baltimore Ravens, it's just going to come up to the running game. The only hard part about it is that Lamar Jackson is one of the fastest and shiftiest quarterbacks in the league, and J.K. Dobbins, we don't know how he's going to be. He had 2 touchdowns last season. If the Houston Texans put a combination of what they did last week, stopping the tight ends, stopping the wide receivers, and find a way, not to stop the run, but to contain it, because, our run defense is going to be a problem. People are going to run in us, but we can contain it and not give up big plays. The Houston Texans defense didn't give up a big play last year. Last week. Jeez Louise. If they did what they did last week and mix in some things, mix in some pass rush, put Jacob Martin on the field, there's a chance for this Houston Texans defense to have a good day against the Baltimore Ravens. They did just destroy the Cleveland Browns last week, just absolutely marked them. But, we're not the Cleveland Browns. We have a better secondary. I hope, we have better linebackers. The front seven is a problem like theirs. But I think you can have a successful, average, maybe a good day against the Baltimore Ravens if Anthony Weaver plans a good game. Now, on your offensive side, the offensive side is still unknown. You don't know what you have yet, and that's what I think could also help us. I'm not going to say it's going to help us win, but it could help us out. Call a good game plan, Tim Kelly. Get these speedy wide receivers involved. Get David Johnson involved. Speaking of David Johnson, you know who messed up the Baltimore Ravens last week? Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb on outside runs. Do you know what David Johnson is spectacular at? Is bouncing outside and, with those outside runs. That's what David Johnson is really good at, and that's what hurt the Baltimore Ravens last week as they gave up over 132 yards to the Cleveland Browns running backs. Speaking of running backs, Duke Johnson was healthy. Who knows if C.J. Price gets some carries? But I'm expecting a big day from Mr. David Johnson. We traded away someone special for you, and I like what you did week 1. Back it up week 2. And, just Tim Kelly, just don't be afraid to go out there and take shots at this Baltimore Ravens defense. They no longer have Earl Thomas back there. They don't have their defensive leader. Yes, they still have Mr. Marcus Peters, but, just don't be scared. Go at them. Like, I had the same game plan against the Chiefs last week, and you failed to do that. You did not go at them. And if the Houston Texans do that, they might be successful. It also has to be on Mr. Deshaun Watson. We paid him big money. He needs to start playing like an elite franchise quarterback. We could only say coaching could hold him back for so much longer. And it has, but, we need to see more from our quarterback, Mr. Deshaun Watson. I love him. I hope he balls out. He might just ball out. But this is going to be a crazy game. This is a game I can see the Houston Texans definitely losing, but this is a game I can see us barely squeaking by. Nobody has us to pick this game. Nobody does. They have us losing by 10 or 14. I think we're 7 or 8 point underdogs on the Vegas line. It's going to be a crazy game. But I'm going to just say the Houston Texans find a way to win. I'm going to say they find a way by a Kaimi Fairbairn field goal that they win. Like I said this before, this is a must win for the Houston Texans. Let me know what you think. If you want to be part of the Houston Texans group chat, feel free to drop the at. I love y'all so much. See you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be live from 7:30 to 8:30. Maybe go 9 with Cody if his girlfriend lets him. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Slime season, baby.